Well, hey, what's up, reptile lovers? It's Joel, and thanks for joining me for another video. It has been crazy busy around here lately, and so I know I haven't gotten as much content out for you guys. Today, I wanted to have something for you this weekend, so I'm going to do an awesome replay video of an egg cutting. I know everybody loves those, and this was a huge clutch of 11 eggs where we were shooting for something that I had never created before and I could never find. So you'll have to stay tuned to the end to see if we actually hit some of the things we were looking for in this clutch. I can tell you for sure there are some amazing babies, and I'm going to give you the clutch cutting, and then I'm going to show you an update of what they look like after their first shed. And I know you'll love it, so please stay tuned till the end and give me your comments along the way. I do want to warn you, there's a little bit of just a short period where I had some audio difficulties and it kind of gets staticky. Please bear with me on that. But it doesn't last long. There's some gnat landing on the side of my face. So this is real live from the snake room. The breeding season here is heating up, and so we're excited about the things in the coming months. But for right now, let's get into an amazing egg cutting and see some really, really cool babies. Hello, YouTube. We've got another clutch cutting today. This clutch is ready. This is our biggest clutch. It's actually two tubs. We had 11 eggs, so we actually couldn't fit them all in one. Oh, there's a little bit of mold on that egg, it looks like. I got no pips, I don't think. We'll look in the other one. Okay, I got one pip in the other. I just looked briefly. It looks really interesting. So we're going to try and make this a very quick cutting. I take a long time sometimes to do this because I get so excited. This is, let me turn around here. This is our bamboo black pastel pin inchy to pastel inchy. So we're hoping for some bamboo super inchy, some super inchy combos, bamboo super inchy, bamboo pin super inchy. They might be tough to identify in the egg, but pretty excited to see what's going to come out of these. And this is the first time this male has bred for us, so we're excited to see what he's got. And without further ado, let's get into some egg cutting. I'm going to do my best to keep it in the camera here, but I get excited looking at this stuff. Sometimes I miss the camera. I'm sorry about that. Ooh, I see some interesting colors to start off with. Let's see here. Oh, just real bright. Maybe a really bright pastel. Hard to tell. Doesn't look inchy from the initial view, but definitely not pinstripe, not bamboo. Don't think by. I think it's just it's a really bright pastel. So pretty low odds there with all the codom genes. We're going to move it over to a different tub to crawl out, and we'll show them all at the end. We'll see if we can fit them all in one tub. All right. All right. Oh, I do love some bamboo. A little goopy, but look here. Can't tell for sure. Definitely bamboo. Maybe bamboo black pastel, but we'll see when it crawls out the egg. I love bamboo. I think it's one of the most, I don't know most, but I think it's a very underappreciated gene. First time I ever saw bamboo, I just fell in love with it. We've made a lot of different bamboo stuff, and we'll continue to do so because I think it's awesome. And what fun is being a breeder if you can't make the stuff you really love? Been able to produce some stuff that hasn't been made before. At least I could never find it. So that's always cool. See what number 3 has. Oh, definitely some inchy in this one. Pastel inchy, maybe super inchy. It's always going to be hard to tell until they crawl out, but the pattern is really banded. Very bright, so I'm thinking the pastel made its way in there. But will be great to see when it crawls out. Wish I could see its head. Super Inchies just have such an awesome head pattern usually. All right, let's see what number 4 holds. All right, come on, bamboo. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it is bamboo. All right. Bamboo, pastel, Inchy maybe? Hard to tell. I don't want to knock any more out than I can, but I think definitely bamboo and pastel and Inchy. But again, we won't know until we really give it a chance to crawl out. This one is really still very full. I'm surprised 5 eggs and we haven't gotten one pinstripe yet. That's kind of unusual. It's another pastel something. Making a mess here. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit all these eggs in one container. All right, number 6. Let's see if we finally hit a pinstripe. Yep, and we did. Something pin, no bamboo. Can't really tell much from what's going on there. Maybe a pinstripe or a lemon blast. Need them to come out a little bit. All right. So there's tub 1. Let's hop on over and look at that. What is this? Hey, little buddy. It's got to be super inchy something. It almost looks clown-like from the head stamp. But you can't be a clown. You can't be a clown. But whatever it is, that's an amazing looking head. It's got to be super inchy pastel something. Not bamboo though. That's what I'm hoping for. We haven't hit many bamboos yet, so hopefully we'll have some in here. Really want to see a bamboo super inchy pin. Here's another bamboo something. Very reduced pattern, so I'm guessing the inchy is going to be in there. Looks black pastel. That'll be fun to see when it crawls out. Hey, little one. You just brave. You just watching what's going on. Oh, I'm sorry. I spoke too soon. Now you're trying to go back. Are you stuck? I'll help you in just a minute. Nope, I went out of order. Oh, well. Oh, this one's moving. He's like, what are you doing? Looks like some more bamboo. Ooh. All right, come on. Don't move too much. I use the scissors have a rounded tip at the end so that there's no risk of poking. Another bamboo. Pretty sure it's inchy. But again, so hard to tell until they crawl out. He's hiding his head. He or she. All right. Oh, 3 more to go.
Well, very hard to see what's going on there. A little bit darker pattern than what we've been seeing some of the others. Oh, our little pinstripe guy has his head out now. All right, let's take a look at this little one. Got his face dirty a little bit. We'll help him out here. Get a better look because he looks pretty amazing from what we could see. All right. Wow. Very, very light and bright. I'm thinking super inchy pinstripe pastel maybe. But again, it's going to be so hard to tell until he comes out. But with that head, I'm sure this is a super inchy. Looks pastel. Not much that could make it that light in this pairing. All right, and the last one. These are some good babies. I love hatching eggs. This is like the most fun. You can have Christmas in August. You never quite know what you're going to get. This is the fun part of breeding. There's a lot of fun parts, but the mystery of what's in these little eggs after you work all year to produce them is great. Thanks for tuning in and sharing this journey with us. And there's another pinstripe. Maybe inchy pin, hard to tell. Again, we can get it focused, but definitely a pinstripe. So I don't know that I hit what I was hoping for. But there's the finished product. We can see our first little pinstripe sticking his head out, wanting to know what's going on. See if we can get a little closer here. So looks like 4 bamboos. Pastel dream seemed to come really strong. Really hard to tell. That looks like it might be our only super inchy, which is a little disappointing. I was definitely hoping for more than that, but again, we'll see what happens when they come out. We might have some in there, but this was super inchy and pinstripe for sure. Probably pastel as well. But some beautiful babies. I can't wait to see what they look like out of the egg and to get to share the update with you guys. Hopefully sometime next week. Thanks for tuning in. Well, hello. We're back with another clutch update video. I thought that I would highlight the babies individually now that they've shed out from our largest clutch of the season, at least so far. This was an 11 egg clutch. The pairing was a bamboo pinstripe, bamboo inchy pinstripe to a pastel inchy. I thought that the sire was black pastel, but after this clutch, I'm kind of doubting it because I don't see black pastel in any of the babies, which would be pretty slim chance that would happen with 11 eggs. But we'll start off here with baby number 1. This is a male pinstripe. He's just a single gene pinstripe. I don't think there's anything else going on in there, but pinstripe was one of the original morphs to come out in ball pythons. And so it's really cool to continue to produce these. I know it's not something fancy that people are looking for necessarily all the time, but still a great looking animal. And this is a good option for somebody who's looking for a pet, but just wants something that looks a little bit different than a quote unquote normal ball python. I also had a female pinstripe in that clutch, so we got one of each. So here's the sister, a female pinstripe. She's got some cool little funky patterns and a nice attitude. Just beautiful animals. Love the pinstripe stuff. You might compare that to what most people would refer to as a normal ball python. or a royal. This little guy is pretty curious. He likes to crawl around. I don't like calling them normal because, to be honest, I think they're just still absolutely beautiful. I know with all the morphs that have come out and come to market over the last 10 or 15 years or so, like, people just look at these and say, oh, it's a normal, it's a normal. To me, they're still so beautiful. And again, this is a great option for somebody who wants a pet, but they're not looking to spend a bunch of money on a designer pet. These are very inexpensive, yet still same personality, same type of snake. It's going to bring the same joy and happiness to somebody to own this animal. I refer to these as wild types. This is the pattern that you would see in the wild, or most closely to it. There is still quite a bit of variation among normals. So again, with the wild type, we got a male and a female. They've got a little bit of a lighter pattern here. So just kind of a little bit different from what I see in the typical wild type. But again, there's just so much variation with the natural mutation. And we'll see. She'll probably clean up as she sheds a few times. But that's our two pinstripes and two normals. And we have this really, really nice pastel. So again, this is one of the early, I think this was the original morph for ball pythons. The pastel, if I can get her to pull her head out here, you'll see just how the head has so much blushing on it. So blushing refers to this paler part at the top of the head. Let's pull this wild type back out so we can compare them side by side. So you can see just how much brighter she is. She's a little shinier, and that head definitely has a lot more light coloration to it. And if you look, I don't know if this will show up on the camera, but her eyes are actually a little bit lighter too. She's got a little bit of a green tint to the eyes that's a little bit brighter than the wild type. Again, this kind of started the passion to explore different genetic mutations. Pastel gets a bad rap these days, but I think she's gorgeous. Really plays well in a lot of different combos, but doesn't get the best. Now we're going to get into our bamboos. We had 4 bamboo buddies in this clutch. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know I'm a big fan of bamboo. I believe this is a bamboo inchie. This is a boy. Oh, I'm holding him too low. But he's a little bit shy. See if we can zoom in on that. He's got a little heart almost on his head. But reduced pattern, it can be difficult to tell because bamboo really is an overpowering pattern morph, and it tends to overpower other things. But I definitely don't think there's any black pastel in here, although he does have this really nice reduced pattern, which happens with bamboo. But I think the inchie can just take that a little further. I'm not 100% sold that this is inchie, but he does kind of look like it to me. He's a little bit brighter than I would expect of a single gene bamboo. And right next we have, this is a little girl, and she is a bamboo inchie for sure. So when I looked at them side by side, they just look so similar. Their coloration is virtually identical, even though this animal has more of the banding and reduced pattern that's typical with inchie. So she makes it a little more clear, but bright sides. Again, she's got, if we can get her, kind of got this little light spot on the head that kind of looks like a heart. Man, how can you not like bamboo? So we got a boy and a girl, those each one of those. Oh, and this little one has apparently shed. I thought they'd all shed, but when you got 11 in one tub, it's kind of hard to tell who shed and who hasn't. This is a bamboo pastel, and this is a little girl as well. You can see her head is a lot lighter colored than the others, and her pattern just overall, her saddles and things are just lighter colored. There's more contrast here, and you can see she doesn't have as much of the banding in the pattern, which is why I don't think we've got an inchie going on here, but kind of helps me to feel it here. So just to try and get a shot side by side of the heads, you can see how much lighter the pastel is than the non-pastel.
again, as she ages, that is going to get almost can be a bright yellow. So there's her little shed. All right, our last bamboo buddy. This is the star of the clutch for me. I believe this to be a bamboo super inchy. I don't think pastel is possible. So I've kind of got it written on there, possible pastel, but I think this is our bamboo super inchy. I was really hoping to hit some bamboo super inchy combos out of this clutch. So I'm really excited about having one. You can see, again, a little, that's not quite heart shaped, but it's close enough. Right? But just look at the beautiful patterns. Look how clean that super inchy has made the pattern and the sides. And I think that's just going to get better as she sheds. The sides will get cleaner and cleaner. And we'll have an amazing contrast between the yellows and the dark grays and the dorsal. But that head stamp is just amazing. I was really hoping to see what a pinstripe version of this would be as well, but we didn't get it this year, so we'll have to try again. All right, so next we'll skip that star. We'll go to, please don't bite me, our super inchy. So one of the big characteristics of super inchy, obviously you've got this real strong banding in the dorsal and side patterns, but this head stamp is so distinctive. It's like sharp and clean and crisp. And of course we got some green eyes in there as well. Great combo. Every baby that she makes, she'll pass inchy on to. So someday she'll make a great breeder for somebody or just a really unique, cool looking pet. This is our last one from this clutch. Kind of the star number 2, if you would, co-star of the show. Really, really, really beautiful snake. She's very, very bright. And this is the first one that pipped and stuck her head out. Is a female. I haven't decided whether we'll be holding on to her or not yet. It's going to be hard to let her go. This is a super inchy pastel pinstripe or super inchy lemon blast. And golly, she's just so beautiful. Like, I can hardly wait to see how she ages with a few sheds, what's going to happen. She's very curious. She's very alert. She's always sticking her tongue out and exploring stuff. She was crawling all over the place when I was trying to clean them up. But see if we can get a close up there. Isn't she beautiful? Man, this is the fun thing about producing ball pythons. There's just so much variety and so much you can do. To believe that all of these came out of the same 2 parents. We've got all these different looks. There's a little something for everybody. I would say these are my 2 favorites. Of course, one or both of these may be saying, I'm not sure. Since they are girls, we can raise them up. But the odds in this clutch weren't real good for me. If you just look at it statistically, I ended up with 2 normals and 2 single gene pinstripes with a total of, I thought it was 6, but now I'm thinking it's actually 5 codominant genes. So to get the normals and the single gene pinstripes, pretty far odds, but we're not complaining. We're happy about these animals. The important thing is they're all nice and healthy. They're settling in great. And thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about these babies. See ya.
All right, well, wasn't that clutch awesome? Oh man, that was so much fun. It's always fun to cut a clutch and to see what's inside, but it's even more awesome when you're shooting for something that you've never seen before, or you just really want to create something specific like that bamboo super inchy, and you hit it. It was so much fun, so exciting to see that baby crawl out, and to see what she looked like after her first shed was incredible. And believe it or not, she actually got better as she shed. She stayed so clean and bright golden colored. She is awesome. Unfortunately, sort of unfortunately, she's gone to her permanent home and she's not here anymore. But the more she shed, she just kept looking clean and beautiful and just as great as I ever imagined. So really fun clutch. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and hit me down in the comments and tell me which one was your favorite. And thanks for joining me. As always, I want to encourage you to share the love of reptiles with anybody you can. And I can't wait to see you guys next time.